going to use this because I've been on a little course tonight. But thank you so much to Third Space and Whitney for having me out tonight. This is actually pretty cool. As I'll talk about a little bit, I'm a pop R&B artist, and there's just not always a lot of like organizational funding for people who do contemporary music. So I'm really excited to be here today and tell you a little bit about what I do as soon as I figure out how to unlock my iPad. Right. I don't work in tech. There you go. Okay, so as I was saying, my name is Kady, and I'm a recording and performing artist that goes under the mononym Kady Roxz. I was born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee, and I am proud to be home. At the age of 17, I left home to study songwriting and music business at MTSU, and not long after graduation, I was accepted into the master's program at Berklee College of Music, where I studied global entertainment and music business. And that was kind of the start of everything for me. My studies at MTSU were incredibly formative and a product of me understanding that I wanted to be able to be in the room when business was being discussed. But being at Berklee allowed me to take that to a completely different level. I learned how to engineer my own sessions, I learned how to produce my songs, and really to just really be in charge of my creative process. I studied under a number of brilliant marketers in the industry like Yvette Noel Shore, who works for Beyonce and worked for Prince when he was around. So I was able to really learn how to make an impactful marketing plan and business plan for myself. And what a lot of people don't realize is that really did show up for me in real time. When I released my first single back in 2017, I used a super simple strategy because I was just getting out of school and I was really broke. I didn't have any marketing money. And I sent out maybe 10 to 15 very intentional emails to digital influencers whose brand made sense for mine and whose audience I wanted to capture. And through engaging those influencers, I was able to kind of start what I call hype marketing, where it was really cool and niche to know about me. Like, you didn't know about me, and that was what was cool. And those vibrational waves were what helped me land iHeartRadio, which was kind of like the beginning of my career as a professional artist. And so, yeah, somebody clap, thank you. And in that way, I've been incredibly lucky, blessed, whatever you want to call it, to be able to do one thing right, and then a lot of other things fall in line, because a lot of artists use strategies like that, and maybe they're not as lucky to be in the right place at the right time. And so then I began thinking, how do I get super intentional about capturing an audience, about engaging an audience, and making a living off of my money? Because streaming is brilliant. Streaming is what makes promoters go out book you for a gig because people like you, but it's not how someone like myself or even signed artists make money. I make money when people like you decide to show up at events like this, when you decide to come see me at High Tone or Ghost River or wherever I may be gigging around town. When you make the decision to get out of bed and come see me in person, I get paid. When you decide to buy a CD from me directly, I get paid. So it's like, how do I find these people and engage them? And so I came up with what I call the 1,000% strategy. So essentially, I'm not out here trying to capture 1 million people, not at this point anyways, but it's this understanding that if I can capture 1,000 super engaged fans who buy maybe 4 projects in that year, I'm gonna make a living off of my art. Just to talk a little bit about why that's important. It's not done through social media. I've tried it. I run so many ads to try to engage it, but the fun thing is I've learned who my target audience is through that engagement. Built my following. I have like 27K across platforms, but what is amazing is it's great, but I think anyone on social media knows how the algorithm works or have experienced this thing where you post it, no one sees it, which is why it's so important as creatives to own your audience. And that's what this strategy is, converting people from social media to my email list and my text list, which I'll talk about later. But just to talk a little bit about my projects and what I do. So my second project that I'm currently in the studio on goes a little deeper into the rabbit hole from my first project, which is called Clicked. It was a project I began while I was living in Spain, which is where Berklee's graduate school is based, where I was experiencing a lot of emotional difficulty. Being Black in America is pretty rough, but being Black and American in Europe was a pretty unique experience, to say the least. And from the pressures of that and the pressures of grad school, and I was going through a breakup, I broke. And I was hospitalized in a Spanish mental institution for attempting to take my life. And instead of things getting better, they got worse, because now everyone at school thought I was the crazy girl who tried to kill themselves over a breakup. So the gossiping and the craziness. And so I poured myself into songs like Sober, which you might have heard earlier, which was literally about committing myself to recovery, regardless of what people had to say about it. It's like, okay, yeah, I go to counseling, great. I'm not drinking, I'm not doing the pills, I'm trying to get healthy in the right way. Songs like Orange to Blue, which are from the Color Project. And those are direct experience, those are written from direct experiences in Spain. So, with this next work, I really want to go deeper into those things. And again, I heard you talking about it a bit, like really highlighting mental health in the Black community, because we don't talk about it. And to be able to highlight that musically and to normalize it. Like, if anyone here follows me, I talk about it all the time. Like, yep, I have depression, anxiety, and suicidal attempts, and I'm still here, and I'm still making it happen, and there's still hope, you know, like normalize it. We feel sadness, but there are options, and there are people who get it. You don't have to feel ostracized like I did when I was going through recovery. And so the second work, which is untitled right now, covers a deeper journey, because there were only 5 tracks on the first one, and I've been, again, incredibly blessed to meet people who really believe in what I'm doing. And I'm getting to record this next project at Sun Studio, which was like, which is incredible. A couple of the engineers just happened to show up to a show of mine and really believed in what I was doing. And the same thing happened with my videographer. Really believed in what I was doing. So it's like these things are aligning and the business plan is in place. And so the next portion of that is really to be able to garner funding, to be able to host experiences that are like marketing events, but mostly to connect people, like get you in a room to be able to get you to hear the music, engage with the merchandise, and to target these people. I'm no longer trying to target 1 million people in America and to be uplift in the algorithm, but to really engage people like yourselves. And with that said, if you have a phone tonight, pull it out. I know you have them, pull them out. Right, so here's what I'm gonna ask you to do, right? Here's a really easy way to support what I'm doing, get involved without reaching for your checkbook. I want you to type over your messages and type, "Hey Kady," Kady, and you're gonna text that to 972-299-8371. And again, that's 972-299-8371. And it's gonna text you a link. And you're gonna put your little number in there. We're gonna stay in contact after this. And the next time I have a show or an event, I'm like, hey, I'm singing at Ghost River tonight, come up, and you know. And you don't have to rely on the algorithm to get through it. I can just tell you directly, and that's the strategy, is to find people like you, engage you, and to get you involved and get you